the mind starts trying to take over.
Yeah. Yeah. It wants to say a lot of things.
Yeah, do it like this, maybe say that. Maybe like
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know the energy of the people. We are not yet in the
Mm-hmm.
in that group, and then
Mm-hmm.
everybody comes in, and something is created at that moment.
Mm.
That's a beautiful lesson. I think I've been also learning this uh these last few times, is that just live in the moment, like
Mm.
the our last stillness meeting was
Mm.
beautiful because it was precisely
Mm.
the most important thing that I think that going into the year of the horse, because I think it's around next week or something that
Yeah.
we are going from the snake to the horse,
Yeah.
and going into a year of so much transformation, so much going forward,
Mm-hmm.
and being in this last part of shedding those last old skins. This thing of like stay in this moment and appreciate the fact that we are able to let go of these last things
Mm.
and go to this transformation. And yeah, that has been powerful.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Agree.
Oh, someone came in.
Yeah, Eugene came in, but he'll come back.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey there.
Hello.
Hey, how
Hi,
you doing?
Eugene.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Hi. Good to see you. So I think we met before, and Lígia, Eugene.
Nice to meet you.
I I work with Mark.
It's wonderful to have you.
Thank you.
Mm. And we have Valentina and Ashley with us also. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much and welcome.
I love the squeezing lemon image. Like, that's life right now. Making lemonade every day.
Yeah, adding the sugar ourselves.
Hi, Ashley.
Nice.
We're just hanging out for a few minutes. We have some more people that are going to join us. So Lígia and I were just talking about, what were we talking about? Our day-to-day trusting in the now moment and
Yeah,
just letting it be. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
letting things happen and going with the flow and seeing how the transition between the shedding of the old and the getting into that new movement,
Mm-hmm.
in that transition,
Mm.
being in the now has been really helpful.
Yeah.
Helps me
What
focus.
I love about it is the more you lean back into it, the more it holds you. You know, if you like do trial sessions like I did, I went in this fall, I went on a couple of interviews for a new job, and I just decided that I was not going to prepare anything. I just went into those interviews like, just like me. And I immediately got the job. So it's and it's just like it's just you feel so safe and held and protected in the moment that you don't have to. There's no nervousness, there's no anxiety, there's no like, what if I say this? What if I do the wrong thing? What if I'm not prepared? It's just you know everything in the now moment. That's what's so beautiful about it.
Yeah, and that preparation time that we sometimes take, it's what gonna stress us out because we're not gonna be in the moment. We're gonna be in the after or in the
Mhm.
before, everything that we did that didn't go well or anything
Yeah,
of that sort. But
yeah.
when we get there, nothing that we planned or that we were thinking or was necessary, or they asked us something different and we
Hmm.
went with the flow and it was good. It's like, why did I worry so much?
Hmm.
If I haven't had that all worry, I would have had a beautiful day before. It still would have gone well.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's so, yeah, the appreciation of that. Even it sounds really wild sometimes.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And it makes no sense whatsoever. Logically, it's like you did what? And then but that's how it seems to be working. I try it more and more these days and in all kinds of crazy situations that, and it really, really works every single time.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
it's the truth. It's the
Yeah.
truth. I've been experiencing the same thing. So
Hmm. I teach a bunch of students every week, and I go into it with my eyes open each time, and just I'm just there for them, and it's just no preparation whatsoever. Mm.
uh, and normally you receive from them, and then you give them exactly what they need at that moment.
I suppose, yeah. It seems to be working. So today's theme has been picked by you, Lígia, so I think it's going to be really exciting and it's right on time, so to speak. I think you thought about it on Wednesday or Thursday or
Yeah.
something like that. It came to you, so it's nice to trust that feeling and to trust the feeling of that that's what we need exactly to speak about now.
Yeah, it kept
Mm,
coming to me every time that I thought about the stillness meetings and about the energy around me and everything. I kept feeling that the what I really need right now, what the collective really needs right now, I was like, we need to be compassionate towards ourselves because
mm,
we've been through so much. We've been doing so much transformation, shedding so much skin.
mm,
The last year has been so busy in a wonderful way, but the stopping right now and getting a moment to look back and look with love, kindness towards ourselves, to everything we have been doing, and saying
mm,
to ourselves, wow, you did good. And also when something doesn't go well or when the days get rough, to look at ourselves and give ourselves the same grace that we give other people,
mm,
and talk to ourselves with such love that we give ourselves this safety feeling. And
mm,
this is what I was feeling like when I talk to myself with kindness and when I treat myself with that beauty, everything around me transforms.
mm,
The situations around me start also feeling softer. I start feeling like I can take it on because my nervous system also calms down.
mm,
Sometimes all we need is to feel safe in the moment. Just like going into an interview or to a situation and we feel sometimes unsafe because we don't know what's going to happen. But what would we tell another person? Be kind to yourself. You know your qualities, you know what you want. And when you're there, just respond to the energy. That is kindness, to allow ourselves to be in that moment and to allow ourselves the grace of, you can do this. And I'm here for myself too. Because it's beautiful for us to be compassionate and kind and be there for others. But be there for us is something that we forget very often. I thought this is a beautiful place to be. Kindness, grace to the self, self-love may sound cliche right about now, but it is where it starts. Because if I love myself enough, I know how it feels to be safe. I know how it feels to be loved, and I feeling it first, I can guarantee that I will give the same amount to others and even more. Because in the moment we allow that compassion to sit in our hearts, we become we become that love, we become that compassion, we become the kindness, and it's not, we become even more authentic. And in a space where we are, where we all look for this, who am I in this new period, and where is my point of authenticity? You know, we want to be more of ourselves, and that's beautiful. And sometimes it can be confusing when we act with self-love and self-compassion. We are more authentic because we become that, we become the magnetism that we are, and that starts to reverberate around us. People start feeling it. We start noticing that it comes naturally, and everything starts coming towards us also with the same amount of love. So it's an exchange between all of us. And I wanted to share that with all of us today. And I want us to have a moment to just hold ourselves very kindly and be like, I'm here for you because you're always here for everyone else.
Mm.
Just recharge our love energy.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Thank you so much for like reaching into the depth of your being and really sending us that message, because I think we hear that all over and over again, you know, the importance of loving ourselves. And I think it's a love that's bigger than what we sometimes imagine. I was reading this beautiful passage today about love and about the love that we cut ourselves off from, usually as young children, where we like kind of cut ourselves off from our divinity and we become separate individuals instead of being connected in unity. And what happens in the same instance is, because we're saying, I am not divine, I'm not worthy of love anymore, we have to project that onto someone else. It could be onto another person, it could be onto Jesus, a Buddha, you know, whatever, or a spiritual teacher. And so we send that love to them instead, saying, you're worthy, you are worthy of love, you're worthy of compassion, you're worthy of everything. And in that same instance, we say, but I'm not, right? So we're kind of giving away that love. And so instead, bringing that back to ourselves and saying, you know, actually, I'm the love that you are as well. You know, thank you for holding it for me for a while, because it's actually me that I'm projecting outwards. So
Yeah.
bringing that back into ourselves, understanding that we are that love, understanding we are that compassion, and that gratefulness and that forgiveness, you know, all those things are actually what we're made of, so to speak. So I thank you for speaking to that.
Yeah, I think it's really beautiful the way you put it, that we concentrate all of that power, all of that divinity towards others.
Mm.
And it's a beautiful thing to be able to also put it. And sometimes it may feel like, oh, it's a little bit self-centered. It's not self-centered, because a person who loves themselves deeply in the way you just mentioned knows love in such a depth that it's almost automatic that that love is going to pour out of us in the same or even more amount towards other people. Everything we hold in ourselves, it reverberates and goes out. We project those things. And by indeed putting our love outside of ourselves, we are projecting into someone else. But imagine, like, if you are focusing your love towards, for example, a divinity or a person, you are focusing it in one direction. But if we give it to ourselves and we allow ourselves to become that love, that compassion, that forgiveness, it is not a focus line anymore, like a laser, but it's something that goes everywhere.
Mm.
It's a circle around you, and it doesn't matter if maybe someone is behind you needing that, they will feel it too, because it's coming from everywhere and it's not just focused on one person. So it also allows us to not have to make so much effort into concentrate where we are putting our love and our compassion and everything, because it becomes part of us. It becomes automatic, and that is the true divinity. You
Mm.
don't need to choose where it goes. It goes everywhere. Everywhere, everyone around you will feel it.
Mm. Yeah, beautiful. I agree 100%. And also it's like, so it's almost as if we're when we're trying to laser focus that love onto like a few specific people in our lives and maybe our spiritual guru, you know, then it's there's so much effort in that. There's so much effort in saying I love you, but I don't love you. I hate you and I love you, right? So instead being like the sun and just shining that love without asking for anything in return, that's where the true beauty comes in. And You just are.
Yeah, you just are. This is why I thought it ties perfectly in the being in the moment where we first started, because you just are being in the moment is allowing yourself to be where you are right now. Whatever happens is perfect, is where I'm supposed to be. And then you have this part that ties perfectly. You just you just are, and in the just being is where we create everything, because like you mentioned, the sun just is, the whole universe just is, energy exists it independently of the way we try to mold it, dependently the way we try to focus it. It's always there. So any kind of energy that we choose to focus on to, we are going to try to mold, and it takes also a lot of effort to do that, like we just said. And at the same time, if we don't do that, it will still be there. That's my point, is like it will always exist around us. So instead of trying to mold that, why won't we create from that? Allow it to be there, and by projecting your own love towards everywhere, you will touch every single point of energy around you without us needing to do so much for that.
Mm.
Therefore, I think it makes us even more authentic. We don't have to force authenticity if we give ourselves that first step. You don't have to force it. We don't have to look for it. Where is this thing that fires me up? Where is this thing that I am good at? Where's the thing that I need to be focusing right now? It will just come naturally, flowing, because it comes from out. That energy flows inside of you and then flows from you to the outside. It's a constant exchange with no effort, and I think that is our real state of being. That's why we say, and we are understanding more and more, our creative being. We are creators because of this. Energy is part of us. We are part of the energy, and it keeps flowing. It independently of how much effort we make, how much we think about it, it's there. So instead of trying to razor focus it, just work with it.
You know, as you're speaking, I'm seeing this image, like almost like there is a sun inside of us, you know, or a star, which the sun is. And then we're feeding that sun with coals. And the coals can be self-compassion, it can be self-love, it can be gratitude, it can be forgiveness. And when we're putting those into that burning fire, you know, that is our own sun, that's when we can truly shine. So feeding our sun becomes a way to feed others, to be the sun for others, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
burn harder.
you burn harder. Yeah. And you're going to lead us through a meditation today to find our source of self-compassion again, our source of love for ourselves. And are we ready to do that now, to kind of step into that space together? Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned the inner sun, I thought it really fed me it just started channeling immediately. Like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna feed our inner suns in order to allow ourselves to shine that to everybody.
Beautiful.